What it do, Durag Nation? The Marvel Rivals news just keeps coming, and we've got a ton of it today, including the patch notes covering the new buffs and nerfs to heroes in Season 1, plus our first look at the new Sanctum Sanctorum map, which is the location of the brand new game mode. I'll quickly go through everything you need to know. First, Hawk smash that like button if you appreciate these quick Marvel Rivals breakdowns, and let's get it. For those who love skins, Marvel Rivals just revealed this season's Twitch drop cosmetics, which you can earn for free by watching creators stream Marvel Rivals on Twitch. In addition, all the Battle Pass skins were revealed, and they're incredible. In addition to Loki, Wanda, and Wolverine, whose skins they teased a few days ago, Rocket, Iron Man, Adam Warlock, Peni, Magneto, and Namor are all getting some incredible new cosmetics. All players will also receive this Reborn from Ragnarok Thor costume for free if they complete the new Midnight Features seasonal event. Yes, the best Thor outfit in the game is being given away. We also got our first look at the new Sanctum Sanctorum map. This will be the location of the new Doom Match game mode, which is a free-for-all instead of a team fight with 8 to 12 players battling it out. Whoever's in the top 50% of eliminations by the end wins. It looks like a whole lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. Now, the full patch notes are not available. However, they did release the part most players will be interested in, and that's hero balancing. They mentioned previously buffs will be coming to characters like Wolverine and Storm, while Hell and Hawkeye will be getting some nerfs. Now we can see the details, and some of these changes will surprise you. Starting with the Vanguards, Captain America sees notable buffs to his survivability and combat flow. The delay for his shield restoration after using Living Legend is reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, making his defenses more responsive. Liberty Rush's cooldown is shortened from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. His base health is increased from 650 to 675, providing greater durability. Additionally, his ultimate ability Freedom Charge now costs less energy, reduced from 3400 to 3100, though the health it provides per second is slightly decreased from 110 to 100. These changes aim to make Cap more reliable on defense, but to me, his damage was what needed buffing the most. Doctor Strange is considered the best Vanguard in the game and caught a nerf as a result, with damage fall off added to his Maelstrom abilities and reduced shield recovery from Shield of the Seraphim. Thor gains more survivability with a slight increase to his base health, and you can no longer CC him out of his ultimate ability with something like a Lunar Freeze, making it much more useful. Hulk is toned down slightly due to his incredible performance in high ranks, with the Gamma Shield value of Indestructible Guard reduced to align with other Vanguards. Venom got buffed slightly with higher health scaling from Symbiotic Resilience and increased base damage for his ultimate Feast of the Abyss. For the Duelist, Black Panther got a minor nerf. His survivability is slightly reduced with less health gain from refreshing Vibranium marks. Black Widow, who is widely considered to be the worst hero in the game, received buffs across different abilities, including increased range for Edge Dancer, faster recovery for Fleetfoot to increase her mobility, and her ultimate now charges faster to full power. I'm sure the handful of Black Widow mains out there will appreciate it. Hawkeye's effectiveness in medium to long range combat is being toned down, but not as much as we thought. The spread angle between each blast arrow is slightly reduced, meaning his shots will be less effective at covering wide areas. His passive ability, Archer's Focus, now triggers at a shorter range, reduced from 60 meters to 40 meters. Additionally, the maximum extra damage granted by his passive is lowered from 80 to 70, reducing his overall damage output at long distances. These changes are intended to make Hawkeye less oppressive at range while encouraging more tactical play in closer engagements. We'll have to test it in competitive play, but I think Hawkeye will still be extremely good. The other problem character of Season 0 is Hela, and the promised nerf to her is pretty much non-existent. Hela's base health has slightly decreased from 275 to 250. She's got another nerf later on, but Hela, based on these changes, will likely still be dominating the ladder and catching bans in high elo. Magic got a buff to her ultimate, getting increased damage to Umbral Incursion, while in Darkchild form from 115 to 135, which is getting her ultimate closer to how dangerous it was during the beta. Moon Knight's ultimate also got a buff and now generates more talons with a larger explosion radius. Namor's squid throwing mechanics have been optimized for better accuracy, though I was hoping he could get more HP, a double jump, or cooldown reductions. Psylocke has one of the most terrifying ultimates in the game, so it's being nerfed slightly so that it now checks for barriers like Magneto's or Hulk's defensive skills, giving players more options to counter her. The Punisher is getting a slight buff, and his weapons have improved accuracy with reduced spread. Scarlet Witch gains stronger fixed damage for chaos control and increased projectile damage for Thonian burst. Storm is getting a pretty huge series of buffs. The projectile spread and damage of her wind blades are now increased, along with a plus 10 damage bump for Bolt Rush. She is gaining 100 more bonus health from her ultimate, and when it ends, she keeps the bonus health on a decay of 100 per second instead of losing it all immediately. Squirrel Girl is also getting some much needed love. Her ultimate, which was one of the worst in the entire game, is now more precise, with squirrels targeting enemies directly directly instead of bouncing randomly, but with reduced health. Winter Soldier is getting some nice all-around buffs. His base health increases from 250 to 275. The bonus health granted by abilities Bionic Hook and Tainted Voltage is also increased from 30 to 40, further reinforcing his durability in medium and close range. On the offensive side, Rod Stern's projectile damage is slightly increased from 70 to 75. However, his area damage is reduced from 70 to 65, and the damage decay at long ranges is adjusted, dropping from 65% at 40 meters to 60%, slightly weakening his effectiveness at longer distances. Similar to Hela, the promised Wolverine changes don't seem to be very significant. He's getting a bump in base health from 300 to 350, but his damage reduction skill got nerfed, dropping from 50% damage reduction to 40. Cloak and Dagger, on the other hand, got much stronger with a reduced cooldown of 3 seconds for Dagger Storm and an extra dash for their already extremely powerful Eternal Bond ultimate. Jeff the Landshark got a small nerf to his ultimate, making it harder for him to grab people on the edge of his detection zone, but they also improved the healing for Joyful Splash. Luna Snow's ultimate ability sees a nerf to prevent a popular exploit by increasing the switching interval between healing and damage. Mantis caught a tiny nerf to the movement boost she gets from her passive, so she's still top tier. Rocket Raccoon's repair mode healing is increased, which is big for Rocket mains, though eventually they should also look to improve his ultimate. Team up abilities and seasonal bonuses got adjustments across the board. Hawkeye and Hela's seasonal bonuses are reduced from 20% to 15%, which is still more than enough damage for them to wipe out your team. Namor's frozen turret got some buffs, including higher damage, an increased slowing effect, and better berserk state damage. Rocket, the Punisher, and Winter Soldier's ammo invention cooldown is reduced, making it more accessible. Scarlet Witch and Magneto's sword ability is more dangerous with increased projectile and spell field damage. Lastly, Storm's team up with Thor and Captain America is buffed with reduced cooldown and increased damage. There are some really good changes here that will shake up the meta a bit. However, expect to still see plenty of Hawkeye and Hela. Reed and Sue have a lot of potential, with Reed in particular the character I think will have the most impact based on his skills, which I broke down yesterday. Click the video on screen to learn more.